Which of the following measures is one that the FATF recommends that financial institutions and DNFBP, which is designated non-financial professions, take to mitigate risk arising from business relationships with the foreign PEPs? There are 4 options and you have to select one. Option A, subscribe to commercial databases to assist in the detection of PEPs. Option B, raise transaction monitoring thresholds for PEP accounts in automated systems to account for higher transaction values and complex legal vehicles and financial structures. Option C, require approval from the prudent regulator for entering into or continuing the business relationship. Option D, establish processes to understand the PEP's source of wealth and source of funds and to refresh that understanding on a regular basis. You have to select one. You can pause the video for a moment. We'll see the answer on the next screen and we'll explain you what is the reason behind that. So the correct answer is option D, which is establish processes to understand the PEP's source of wealth and source of funds and to refresh that understanding on a regular basis. First, let's understand why option A, B, C are wrong, and then we'll look at why option D is correct. So option A is wrong. It's like, subscribing to a commercial database. It's a useful tool, but it's just a tool. It helps you, screen and identify PEPs in the first place. So FATF actually recommendations goes deeper than just detection. It's about understanding the relationship once you know someone is a PEP. So A is about, finding the PEP, not managing the risk after you have found them. Okay. Option B, it's like, this sounds like, increasing scrutiny, but it's actually the opposite. If you raise the threshold, let's say from 10,000 to 20,000, okay, a 15,000 transaction that would have been flagged before, now it actually passes through with no alert at all. Okay, so the number went up, but the actual oversight went down. So for PEPs, you want tighter monitoring or scrutiny, not the easier one or not the easy simple thresholds. Okay, so raising the threshold means fewer transactions get reviewed, which is exactly the wrong direction for the high risk customers. Option C is wrong, when senior management approval is definitely required based on FATF recommendations for PEP. Even Wolfsberg also says that, but it specifically says senior management, not the prudent regulator. So your regulator won't be sitting and approving your PEP customers. So a regulator approving individual customer relationship, it's not something practically it works. So the decision sits internally with the institution's own senior management. Okay, so not with the regulator. Option D, which is the right. So that's the core or gist of FATF guidance on PEPs. You need to actually understand where the money is coming from. So source of wealth actually tells you how the person built their overall net worth, and source of funds tell you where the specific money going into the account came from. And it is not a one-time check. You refresh it regularly because circumstances may change. So this is the real substance of EDD for PEPs, not just the checkbox exercise.